Hmm. Hello, hello. Um, I don't always do YouTube, so bear with me. I'm not seeing any comments or even like a comment page. I had a little trouble setting it up, so I was just trying to figure it out. Hi, Lindsay. Yay. Okay, so I can see comments. Okay, cool. I was like, oh shit, I did something wrong. Because when I first started, um, it had two screens saying I could invite somebody on to talk, I guess. Must have been something that I chose when I was getting the live ready. So I don't know. But welcome to the Dark Goddess Magic Circle. Um, that's my dog. Of course, perfect timing. My husband just got home, so the dog is barking. How is everyone tonight? How are you tonight? I know there were quite a few people that couldn't make it, and I just want to apologize for having to push off this so many times. Just bad timing on my part. And then Oliver had to go to the vet tonight. He's okay. He just has a really bad skin condition, so we take care of that. Anyway, tonight I'm super excited because we're going to be going over Goddess Kali. And I'm excited about her because she is someone that I have not worked with myself. And anybody that is watching this and joining these circle book reading, we're learning together. So chime in and tell me your experiences. If you have any questions, I know this is hard because you have to hi sweet tits, because you have to type and I can talk. But I don't know if I'm trying to figure out a way that I could even invite somebody on here if I had to. But, chat, talk, ask questions. Tell me your experience. If you worked with this goddess, let me know. We'll start out going over her incantations, a little bit about her. I am going to take you on a little journey to meet her, to go down and work with her for a minute. And yeah, I'm excited about this. And then we have another class on, not class, but the reading on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And then we'll be back on a schedule of every other Sunday. So I'm excited to learn about her. So I am cleansing our little area here. I got you guys up in my little room. My little witchy room. I hope you're all doing well tonight. Has anybody worked with Kali while we're getting ready to go? Has anybody experienced her and her energies? And for those of you that don't know, I have a Kali Oracle deck that I work with. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. This is the book, in case you're new to here. It's called Dark Goddess Magic. And it is by Era Campbell. Probably backwards to you guys. I did have some ordered that were taking a very long time to get here. And they're still not here. So who knows when I'll get them, but I should have 8 coming at some point. I just don't know when they will get here. How do you like your Oracle decks, and which Oracle decks are you using? I love Oracle decks. I started to use them a lot more now recently. I'm also going to my little circle because we do things. And I like to this. I actually like to say cast circle, not open. Cast. All right. Kali. Now, Kali's one that never has come to me. We've talked about this in previous classes that we've had. A lot of my deities come to me in the shower when they want to work with me or they're present in my life. And she's one that never has. So I am very interested in her, and I really don't know much about her because, she's one you look at and you're like, ooh, and the whole point of teaching this and going through this, not teaching it, but working through it together, And so we can learn about these goddesses. There's so many of them that so many people are afraid to work with. And I'm sure like you all have different experiences. And if you have worked with her, I've never used my tarot or oracle cards. For a long time I didn't. And then like I said, recently just started getting into them again. All right, let's start. Kali, warrioress and great destroyer is what she's known as. Warrioress, dark mother, destroyer, the wild feminine, the black goddess. And I also want to say, a lot of you know Sandy Stroon, who's in our group, our sister Sandy. She works with Kali. She's one of her deities. So if anybody has any questions, I'm sure she could answer a lot of it too, because I think she works with her a lot. Kali is a powerful Hindu goddess of death, transformation, creation, rebirth, and time. She is often called Kali Ma, the divine mother or dark mother. In her destroyer aspect, she is shown as a fierce, feral goddess with 4 arms, blue or dark skin, severed arms around her waist, and a necklace of skulls. She is often depicted with her tongue pointed out of her open mouth. And I'll show you the picture of her again. And every time I have seen her, she is blue. I did have a lot of these statues when I had the brass statues of her. I think I kept one at the office, actually. Kali invocation. I need some water. My mouth is very dry. It's my menopause, man. So when you are ready to work with her, in the book there is an invocation. It's fierce one, warrioress, destroyer of obstacles, embodiment of the fierce, feminine. Destroy the forces that push against me. Release all that no longer serves me, my highest good. As I take up your sword, I fight my battles with courage and move my plans forward. I honor what is in my highest good and release all that is no longer needed. I am Kali as Kali is me. Kali is the creatrix of the universe, and she holds the power of time, rebirth, chaos, and destruction. She is a force to call upon to clear away what is no longer needed and to tap into a powerful energy of transformation. She rules the untamed, unbridled aspect of feminine strength and fury. She is a goddess to connect with when petitioning for powerful transformation, clearing, and complete change. She has many faces, through many paint her solely as a battle of frenzied demon and bloodthirsty monster. She is a warrior, the embodiment of wild, ferocious, feminine fire that burns within us all. Hi, Nikki, how are you? Welcome. Kali has many legends surrounding her origin. In many of her myths, the gods created her to slay demons no other could vanquish. She became the great devourer, taking all these demons into herself in order to end the destruction. In the aftermath, she became bloodthirsty and destroyed all that could see until she was stopped by the god Shiva, her husband. Didn't know that. Did not know Shiva was her husband. See what I just learned? Kali is seen as a protectress and defender of her people, as well as the creative force of the universe. Kali does what needs to be done, no matter how terrible, raising her sword to defense and protection. As a force of transformation, truth, and revolution, Kali calls us to tear away what is no longer needed in our lives, burning away the old and unneeded so rebirth can occur. She bids us to dance with our fears so they can no longer hold us prisoner. That gave me goosebumps. She strips away the veil from every aspect of our lives and shows us everything in raw truth, even when it's hard to see. The goddess Kali calls us to take back our power, to reclaim our voices, our sexuality, and our intense emotions. Kali teaches us there's nothing wrong when it comes to fierce aspects of the feminine, and there's nothing for us to hide. She teaches us that in these shadows, there's much for us to see and many lessons to learn. She tells us by looking at what is keeping us stuck, we start the cycle of rebirth and transformation into what we want. When we move past the blocks and clear them, and we are left with is potent soil in which to plant the seeds of our desires. Kali asks that we dance in her fire and burn away all that no longer serves us. I really love that. I do. Um, Tonight, I just wanted to let you know, which I did put on the event page, that we are not going to do any spell work because her spell work is done during a new moon. Um, well, dark moon, basically. And the dark moon doesn't start until July 13th through July 24th, which is the new moon. So unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any of these. But right now, we are going to take our little journey and work with her a little bit. Like I said, it's not really a long journey. You're going to relax, close your eyes. I'm going to drum a little bit first to get us grounded and relaxed. And then we're going to go into it. Kali is the goddess of protection and destruction, known for freeing the land from the grip of voracious. I was never an English major. Voracious demons that held sway. She can help us to free ourselves from the demons and issue that bind. I'm sorry, and issues that bind us in our own lives. All right, so let me get my drum. Know that sorry about that. I'm trying, man. Let's all take a couple nice deep breaths. Close your eyes. I hope you're all in a nice, relaxing place where the lights are dim, have some candles lit, your incense going. I did open a circle for those of us that, or for those of you that are just joining, and I did clear the space. So sit back, close your eyes, and when I'm done drumming, I will pick up the book and take us on our little journey. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Close your eyes, relax your body. You find yourself in a dark landscape, clouds forming in the sky overhead. In front of you stands Kali, holding a sword to the sky. She stands strong. Greetings, my child. I am Kali, fierce goddess of death and destruction. I can help you to cut down all that stands in your way. Bring me your issues, your beliefs that are holding you back. Come, let us face what is holding you captive. Take up my great sword and wield it well. Take up the great sword of Kali. Feel the power flowing through your veins, the strength moving through your body. Bring your awareness to any issues that surface. They can be anything that have been issues, something holding back advancement on your path forward, or maybe some beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Perhaps there's a relationship or something at work. These are all demons that haunt you. As these demons swirl in your mind, think of all these things. Take aim at them with the sword that you are holding and say, demons that haunt me and hold me back, I will no longer be frozen by your lack. With this blade, I am now free. As I will it, so shall it be. Swing your blade at the demon and envision it being destroyed, shattered into a million of pieces. Feel the weight of it being lifted. Now take your sword and go to the next demon. Slay that demon as well. Feel the weight of all that negativity being lifted from you. Keep doing this until you slay each and every demon. And when you are done slaying those demons and letting everything go, put your sword down. You can use my sword at any time to slay the demons. Know that you have the power to vanquish all that stands in your way. Now slowly take a couple more deep breaths. Bring your attention back to your body. Slowly open your eyes. Take a few more deep breaths. And as we step into our evening, take the guidance and message of Kali with you. How's everybody feeling? That was honestly beautiful. Now, this is something that you can do at any time. You can go in and you can slay these demons and call upon her and use her sword. She's given you permission to do so. I'm checking in with you all to see how you all are. That felt really good. Even though I was reading, I was still there with you. It was truly beautiful. And also, before I want to hear everything. Before we move forward too, let me know on these if I'm moving too fast, because I am new at doing these reading things. You're welcome. So I don't want to move too fast. I want to give you time to connect with her, each goddess that we do this with, because we will be doing a journey, with each goddess. So I need to know, if you need me to go a little slower, if I'm doing okay, or what's going on. Because I want you to spend as much time in your journey as you need, you know? So the times that we should call upon Kali, matters associated with her: battles, war, revenge, protection, and destruction. In the world, there's a lot of that going on right now. There's a lot of people working with Kali right now because of certain things that are going on in the world. Taking action and control certain things in your life. It can even be over a job. It can be over a relationship. It can be over anything that you want to take action over. I know in my life, there's a few things that I could actually work with her for. Reclaiming our voice and power. And that's a huge thing right now, because I think a lot of people have lost their voice and their power. And that's another reason I spun off our new group, was to get our power back, our magic back, because sometimes we lose that with all the shit that's going on in the world. Freedom, independence, and fighting oppression. I love that, Maureen. I really do. I mean, that just made me choke up a little bit, because that's what I want us to do. We need to slay these demons. We need to move forward. We need to let that stuff go. It's self-doubt. Farewell. Embracing sexuality, lust, and passion. I have no problem there. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I had to be a little enlightening there. Where was I? I lost my own self. Transformation, release, and change. I can see change, is scary. And there's a lot of times that we should change and we should make that jump, and we're afraid. And she can help us be brave, you know, and help us get through to that next step. In my life, there's things that I need to move forward on, but it hurts and it's hard, and it's like, ugh, just to do that, you need that strength and that power behind you. Healing the witch wound, life changing. Ooh, I'm gonna screenshot that. That sounds good, actually. Oh, wow, something just happened, man. I'm like on another fucking planet. All right. Maybe I hit something. I'm green. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Check it out, man. Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know. All right, let me see. That's pretty cool. That does sound like a good book. I'm gonna I'm gonna check that out. Look at it. There she is. It's so cool, man. Such a dork. Where was I? It's the ADHD. My husband's probably like, oh my God. Um, she talks about similar things like embracing your fears of goddess power. I love that. I'm definitely gonna look into that. Transformation, release, and change. The facing darkness, fears, and obstacles. We all have those. Truth, strength, and courage. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Endings and beginnings. Out of control, anger, and rage. I love when I figure out stuff like that. It's fun for me because I'm a nerd in that kind of way and childish. And associated with Callie, when you're ready to work with her, the crystals that you can use with her: bloodstone, black tourmaline, black obsidian, smoky quartz, black kyanite, and black onyx. A lot of black. The plants and oils, dragon's blood. That's funny because the incense I'm burning is dragon blood. And I have smoky quartz wand that I did to open up our circle tonight. Where was I? Dragon's blood, patchouli, cypress, eucalyptus, spruce, birch, morning glory, ivy, Spanish moss, mimosa, asafoetida. Yeah, I said that right, I think. Asafoetida. Asafoetida. Does anybody know what that is? What is asafoetida? Bindweed. Bindweed. Spikenard. I love that word. I know what that is because Sage got us. Yerba Santa. Archetypes. Warrioress, Dark Mother, Destroyer, the Wild Feminine, and the Black Goddess. Symbols: sword, skulls, and tongue. Haven't heard of asafoetida. Neither have I. It's in the book. I'm not lying. I'll make this shit up, man. I have it. I put some page. Kali is a mighty warrioress, the embodiment of the fierce feminine. Through her, we can connect to this energy and become empowered. One way we can do this is by reclaiming our voice and movement. Society has taught us that we need to be quiet and behaved. Not this girl. So keep our voices low and our movements proper. This does not sit well with Kali. She reminds us that through powerful movements of the body and face, we derive great power. Stand up and place your feet hip distance apart, knees slightly bent, Bring your arms up from your body a few inches and bend your elbows slightly. Hands pointed up and in claw shape. Stick your tongue out of your mouth, and as you do so, release a short do you like that? Sound a few times. If you feel called to, stomp your feet. Now, I would do this for you guys, but I just don't know how that's going to look. All right, let me go back to see what you're saying. Haven't heard of it yet. Had to Google it. It's known as hinge in India. Okay, quick Google. Asafoetida, also known as hinge, in a spice and folk medicine derived from the dried sap of the ferula plant. A giant fennel relative. It's native to Iran and Afghanistan, but commonly used in India. A gum resin used as a spice, similar in flavors in onion and garlic. Cooking, especially vegetarian dishes, characteristics asafoetida. Honey, I'm going to kick you some asafoetida tonight in the soup. Hand me the asafoetida. All right, let's stop on you. I'm going to stop with that. Fucking go. Oh, God, can you picture it? Where was I? Alternating them and pump your arms up and down. Oh, that sounds terrible. Hi, Liz. How are you? Or they want me to. Well, Heather wants me to do the movements here, but I don't know. Okay. So let's see. Where was I? Let me start over here. Society has taught us that we need to be quiet and behave, so we keep our voices low and our movements proper. This does not sit well with Kali. She reminds us that through powerful movements of the body and face, we derive great power. You all got to do it too. Really, Maureen? I didn't know that. Stand up, place your feet hip distance apart. Are you guys doing it? Knees slightly bent. Bring your arms up in front of your body a few inches. Bend your elbows slightly. Hands pointed up in claw shape. What would that be? Hands pointed up in claw shape like this? I mean, guys, maybe I'll do a TikTok. I don't know, because that's pretty intense. I don't even know. I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that right now. Stick your tongue out of your mouth, and as you do, release a short sound a few times. If you feel called to, stop your feet, alternating them, and pump your arms up and down. So I would say you're going to go like that, ladies. Don't forget you want to do this. Wow, I just hurt my neck. Too old to be in the Kali, doing the Kali move. That's wow. Because stomp your feet, alternating them, and pump your arms up and down. You can envision yourself stomping on the demons with your feet, just as Kali did to vanquish the evil that plagued the world. If you cannot stand from a chair, bend your elbows. They really want me to do this. Bend your elbows. Create a claw shape with your hands. Stick out your tongue and repeat the ha sound. Pump your hands up and down. That's all you're getting. I am a chicken. I'm total chicken. You do it. Oh, by myself, I would do that. Right? That's because society taught me to be afraid. No, seriously, it's a serious thing. That's exactly what we're learning. We're learning that, and I am yes. I'm so it's so true. Kali, give me the strength to do this move. Hi, Oliver. Dark moon fear releasing ritual there. And these are the rituals that, unfortunately, like I said, we are not. You can do it from us. I'm going to pee my pants. Another time, ladies, when we get together, I'll do it for you in person. Okay. I promise. Come on. I have videos of me doing shit even worse than that. So dark moon fear releasing ritual. Now, remember, your dark moon is going to start on July 13th through the new moon on July 24th. So those are the time that you're going to want to do any of your work, any of your magic work that has to do with the dark moon. And with Kali, that's needed. So the one that she has here that you can do, it is, let's see, the dark moon occurs the day and a half before and after the new moon, when there is no illumination by the sun. The dark moon marks the end of the previous cycle, the time when things are darkest and we go within our inner selves. This is the purpose between the breaths. This is a time of stillness and of great healing. This dark moon is Kali's time, as she is connected to endings, the death of past cycles, and resurrection into what is becoming. As we look toward the shadows that dwell within, we can face fears and uncertainty. The dark of the moon is the perfect time to cast aside these fears and move toward the new moon and beginnings that come with a new cycle. So that's when you're going to get your black pen and marker, piece of paper, black candle, fireproof container, bonfire, natural offerings such as flowers, petals, herbs, birdseed, or crystals. A light moon. You'll give me a new moon or a full moon. A full moon. So let's see. And you want to gather your items during the dark of the moon. And then it takes you through what to do. And I did, like I said, I did take a picture of these. So if anybody wants to, either if you don't have the book, this is on our group page or event page. So that way you can look and you can do this in the upcoming dark days. Time Devour Incantation. Kali is connected heavily with time, and as the great devourer, she consumed demons to stop them from terrorizing the world. Her focus was unrelenting as she moved about the land devouring them. Sometimes in our lives, many things get in the way and take up our time. This incantation can help to refocus our attention and stop letting time get away from us or get devoured by other things. And they give you the incantation here, which is, to all that devours my time and energy, I now bring the focus back toward me. I cut all ties with all that is draining or anything that has my interest waning. Envision taking up Kali's mighty sword, cutting away all things that consume unnecessary energy or time in your life. Imagine it being severed from you and floating away. Seeds of renewal, and I'm going to do this one actually. And if this is something you guys want to do with me, let me know. But I am going to do this for myself. With Kali's arms of destruction, we find the perfect new soil for renewal and rebirth. This practice is for when we are opening in the new beginnings that occur after great change. Do this practice during the dark or new moon. If you feel called to plant something that will grow, you can plant seeds to tend. So I'm going to get seeds. How close am I when I'm done like that? I guess I got to sit back a little bit. Let me put my head right up there. So you're going to need a pot and soil or an outdoor location, a spade, seeds or natural items such as an acorn or pine cone to bury, which I am probably going to get some seeds, some kind of flower or something. And then you gather your supplies, hold what you wish to bury, and infuse it with your intentions. So you can hold them right in your hand. She does. I like her too. And that's the thing. And that's what I want to talk about too, is I was always afraid to work with her because of the way she looked. You know what I mean? And then now that I'm learning about her, I'm finding out, wow, I could really use her in so many ways right now, or call upon her, or work with her in my life. You know what I mean? And there's so much good with these dark goddesses. You know what I mean? Like I said, we work with our dark and our shadow, but you can just incorporate them in your lives in so many ways and it's not a negative thing. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So, yep. And then you hold them right in your hands, and then you bury your items. And while you're burying them, there's an incantation you can say. Um, and I think I love all these things that you can do with her. So that is the end of Kali. Let me put this down for a second. Um, yes, and now let's chat. I won't keep you here all night, don't worry. But yeah, I was too. And now I'm not. And now I just by tonight, because like I said, I don't know a lot. I've not read this book to you. I'm learning it with you. I found so many ways that I am going to start working with her because I need her in quite a few different ways in my life right now. And now I'm not afraid because I see the good. Um, I think there's really a stigma behind our goddesses to call on them for curses and shit. But I love how she wants us to dance with our fears to release them. I like that too. I think that's beautiful, actually. Um, and that's where people made them look bad because yes, you can do that, but it's what you choose to do with your magic and your intentions. You know what I mean? And I think all goddesses and deities probably have a so you can work with them to do certain things. You know what I mean? She sounds like the warrior. I need to banish this crap that's holding me back. But me too. Me too. And like Heather said, to dance with your fears, it's like to embrace them and go with them. It's so hard to do, but yet in so many ways, like I said, this is relating to me a lot in my life right now. I am doing just so. And it's hard. It's really hard. Um, and that the hardest part, I think, is taking that step. You know what I'm saying? Light and shadow to everything. It really is. I mean, I see all these things on TikTok too. And it's like there's just so many new generations that are light, 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 light. You know what I mean? And I understand that I used to do that too. But then once you realize that that's just not all it is, you know what I mean? That you have to work with both. You can't just be all light. It's just not going to work. You can't just be all dark. I mean, there are people that are all dark, I guess, but you can be, but it's your choice. But it just doesn't work. You need balance. You need balance. And with light and with dark, you get balance, you know? It's funny because I don't know if I told you this before, but I always refer to myself as a light worker. And then one time when I was working with someone, they were getting from spirit. That's not what I was. They were saying I wasn't a shadow worker. I was a shadow worker. That's what they said, a shadow worker. And I said, interesting. Because it kind of made sense in my life because a lot of people come to me and I help them through shadowy times in their life. Do you know what I'm saying? With love and darkness, you know, I help them through these situations with shadow and you know what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of made sense. Um, balance. Yeah, total balance. The world would be wonderful if we had balance. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing to get. It really is. But I think once you've gotten to a place where you can balance, and nobody's perfect. We're all imperfectly perfect, right? And I've done a lot of work. I've done a lot of work. And that's one thing I can say is I'm not perfect with it, but I'm very good at working with my dark and my light. You know, that doesn't mean I don't have my battles with myself. You know what I mean? But I have come to a place in my life where I can sit with it and rationalize with each part of it and be okay. Does that make sense? Um, yeah, I keep saying, does that make sense? But um, and I'm very proud of myself for that because it takes a lot of work and it's extremely hard. And like I said, that doesn't mean I don't have battles because I do. But it's taken me a lot of time and a lot of work to have a situation and have to sit with both and come to a. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's so weird how she keeps coming in and out. It is. I think so too. I think in a lot of situations, you have to look at it from both. all angles. You know what I say? Which is funny whenever there's a situation or something going on between people and I'm being told this from this person and this from this person. There's three sides to every story, right? There's this person's side, there's this person's side, and there's the one in the middle. I'm gonna believe the one in the middle. Because yeah, does it make it you gotta listen to both sides. You can't just because not each side is perfectly the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more work to be done, Maureen. So much more. Um, it's and that's what you think. You always think, okay, I'm gonna do all the work and it's gonna be over. I don't think the work's ever over. I think the work is always goes on until the day we leave this planet. You know, the work is always gonna be or always gonna work. I don't know. And I find though that when we do the work, we grow. We do. Um, and I also find now that a lot more people are stepping into their power, stepping into their their gifts, and they want to learn more. They want to explore more. They want to, um, and the people that have learned, they want to teach it. They want to spread the word. They want everyone to know. It's like this big spiritual awakening, you know, and people are realizing that this is what we have to do. Um, Oh, it's hard. I believe it or not, I used to hate getting on camera. I never liked it. I was great like from behind the scenes, but getting my face on camera, I always hated it. And then finally, and I still now I get nervous. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Do I have a booger on my nose? Do I? Is it? How do I look? Is it going to be okay? I'm like, oh my God, it's I sweat. It's wonderful, especially with menopause. Uh, It's so true. It's so true, Heather. And that's the thing. It's so true. I hate when people talk shit about people. You know what I mean? It's if you have a problem with someone, just go to that person. That's what I do. I will confront someone. And it's not a great thing. I'll be honest with you. It's not always a great thing because people don't like to be confronted. But I being the tourist, I have to settle a situation. I have to settle it. I can't let it go. Especially if I like you, love you. No, I have to settle it. I can't let it go. Perfection. Uh, yeah, I'm going back to read to make sure I didn't miss anything. And the funny thing is too is when people talk shit, like the person's not ever gonna find out. Um, I don't know. So why not just say it to them instead of spreading a bunch of crap? Because that, I think that's one thing that really, really bothers me now that we're onto this about people is some people will all of a sudden just start talking shit about someone for really no reason and then start spreading all this crap when the other person doesn't even fucking know. It's like, what the fuck is that? Why would you do that? Yes, that's another thing too, Heather. Oliver, what are you eating? I just keep my mouth shut. I'm just like, whatever. Oh, at this point, I'm just, oh. But no, balance. Balance is good. Working with both sides, your dark and your light is good. And in those situations is where we have to work with our balance because there are many times that people talk shit or people do things that hurt you. And your first reaction is you want to lash out and you want to defend yourself and you want to say something. Um, but then you really got to look at it and say, okay, well, is it really worth my energy? Is it really worth my energy to exert on this person that is being an asshole and spreading the lies? Eventually, that person will get their karma and they'll just show that they're the asshole. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about it. So Oliver, drop it. He's eating the ball. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I do. Talk your shit. I know what you're doing. And it is fine. Don't think I don't know. I still have a smile on my face, still going on about my life. Because eventually it's going to turn around and bite you in the ass. I do too. You gotta have a close friend to bitch to and to talk shit to. I mean, we all do. We all do. We all have that best friend where we bitch about someone. You gotta have that outlet, man, because we're all human. We are all fucking human, and that's the point. And don't think I don't sit there with myself when I'm, battling my own demons and fucking just, I do all this. We all do. Muffin this time. It will, Maureen, and that's so true. It really will. And I think we've all learned that the hard way. Um, and that's, spiraling off of that, that's where I've learned to confront things. You know what I mean? Learn from my lesson, confront something and learn from that lesson. And do different next time. Because if you don't confront it and learn from it, you're not going to grow. Exactly. And that cycle is just going to continue. Oh my God, Maureen, I say that all the time. I talk to myself and I'll be like, I'm my own best friend, man. I'm the only one that gets me. I'm the only one that understands what I have to say in my crazy little brain. And it's true. It really is, because nobody will ever understand you the way you do. Our community, I think we understand each other more than, most, but it's true. We are our own best friends, our own everything. And yep, I have full on conversations with myself quite often. And that's the battling thing. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I should do this. What if I do this? I should have done that. Maybe I should do this. Like right now, I have a situation I'm going through. I want to do this, but I can't do that. So I got to deal with this. And I got to be like, all right, let's meet in the middle here, even though I don't want to. So I sit with myself and I argue with myself back and forth. Oh my God, Georgia, you know you're not supposed to do that. Actually, you know who I talk to? I talk to Spirit a lot. I do. Did you see that? That was weird. The whole camera went wonky when I said that. But I do, because they talk back and they make me feel confident in my decisions. And when I'm thinking right from wrong or wrong from right, they kind of slap me around like, come on. And then I'll be like out loud, I'll be like, I know. And I've even had like my husband before, and people say, who are you talking to? I'm like, yeah, just arguing with myself, arguing with them. Gary's my spirit guide. And I love his, I know, see, because I bust his balls about his name. Because who has a spirit guide named Gary? He knows I love him. He's my best friend. I don't argue with myself, and I'm fabulous conversationalist. Very mature to settle things. That doesn't always happen with myself. Yeah, I mean, not all the time. Well, I don't know. It's all work. It's every day is a work in progress, right? But I want to know, moving forward, if you guys work with her, if you do the seed planting or any other of the things with her, let me know if you've let her into your life, if you're incorporating her into your work. I'd love to know how it goes, what's happening, and your experiences. I really would. I want to keep these pages up on Facebook, the event pages. I don't know how long they last. They're kind of tricky, but I think you can always access them, so we can still chat on there. But I'm going to have to do an event page for each of the goddesses. Our next goddess on Sunday is going to be, which I'm Aradia. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Aradia. And what I'll do is yay, me too. I want to do the seed planting thing too. If I go live, I'll let everybody know when I'm doing it. There we go. I wanted to get rid of that. Aradia. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's going to be the goddess we are going over, the Queen of Witches, and this will be on Sunday. And we will be doing a spell that night. So if you would like to join me, I'm going to put this up on the page too. But if you would like to join me, we're going to make witch bags. I'm excited about that. I think that'll be fun. So you're going to need a 4-inch by 4-inch cotton or linen fabric square, a candle, small piece of paper and pen, herbs or crystal, small mirror or reflective fragment, string, cord to hang from neck. And here it will tell you the colors we are going to use to create a witch bag for your tracks, and choose a fabric color that is in alignment with your intention. And same with the candle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will take a picture of this and I will post all of this on the event page that I will be making that I did make, I think, for Aradia. Did I make an event page or just a YouTube? I might have just made a YouTube link for it. Very mature to sell them as well as I definitely want to do this. And nice. Okay. So if you want to do that with me, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. We will be making witch bags. I will put all the information up on the new event page. I will post the event page in the group, so you guys can see what's going on. But thank you for joining me tonight. And like I said, talk about our experiences. We can even do this in our coven if you would like. We can talk about our book on there. It gives us a different outlet other than the Elemental Enchantments group. If you have not seen yet, I did start a coven if you would like to join, Elemental Enchanted Coven. So it'd be a great place to share your experiences with the goddesses that we go over. And yeah, I'm super excited. I will be posting the link in there as well, because I'm going to try to do some things in there that I do in the group, if that makes any sense. But thank you for joining me. Let me close our circle real quick. Take a nice deep breath. Thank you. Yay. And I hope you all have a beautiful night and sleep sweet. And I will see you on Sunday. Yay. Have your witch bag stuff ready. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye. I'm so glad that you loved it. I can't figure out how to end it. I'm already maiden and waiting in a coven. Oh, you are. Yay. See you soon. I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. I think I love you guys. Bye.